Hey everyone, welcome to my video. This is my second video on this series, where I'll give budget builds for easy to get heroes. For this arena season we have 4, Lyon and Lloyd from Grand Hero Battles, Shanna from the 3 and 4 stars summoning pool, and the starter Anna. So Lyon has the legendary weapon Naglfar. It's basically a legendary Raven Tome, granting triangular advantage against colorless enemies. His special is Vengeance, his A skill is Attack Resistance, and his C skill is Drive Resistance. He has good attack and decent defense for a ranged hero. His speed is really bad though. Lyon works as a sort of mixed tank, taking advantage of his weapon. You'll want to give him Triangle Death for the A slot, and a Breaker skill in the B slot to compensate for Lyon's low speed, usually Bow Breaker, to counter Brave Lyons. You can leave Drive Resistance on his C slot, or swap it for another buff your team may need. For the assist slot, give him Drawback or Reposition, and Moonbow for the special. And finally, Lyon really wants decent defense on the Seal slot, allowing him to survive even against strong Gravebow users like Brave Lyn. With this build, Lyon works great as a counter against ranged colorless and green heroes, but he'll need to be paired with some strong allies that can deal with red and blue foes. Lloyd has the legendary Regal Blade. It grants +2 attack and speed when fighting against enemies at full health. It can be upgraded to give +3 instead, and with the special effect of giving +3 extra to every stat when close to an infantry mage ally. This is a pretty strong effect, so you really want an infantry mage in Lloyd's team to take advantage of this. His special is Iceberg, his B skill is Pass, and his C skill is Threaten Attack. Lloyd's speed is good, his attack and resistance are okay, and his defense is pretty bad. Lloyd can work both as an enemy face unit and as a player face unit. This build I'll give him is for enemy face. You'll want to keep his weapon with the special refinement, give him Reposition for the assist skill, and keep Iceberg as his special, or give him Laches for some extra damage. For the A slot you'll want Fury for even more stats, Vantage for the B slot to take advantage of Fury's self-damage, and any buff your team wants for the C slot. You also want to give him Close Defense for the Seal slot. With this build, Lloyd reaches 44 speed, when both of her weapons effect are active. He also reaches 32 defense, and 43 resistance on enemy face against melee enemies. So he should be able to tank some hits, especially if he gets extra stats from his allies buffs. And his damage when his special triggers will be quite high. Shanna comes with Killer Lance, which can be upgraded to Slaying Lance. Her special is Iceberg, her B skill is Desperation, and her C skill is Threaten Speed. She has good speed, okay attack and resistance, and low defense. She's very similar to Lloyd, but she has no legendary weapon, so her stats will be a lot lower. The build I'll give her here is pretty gimmicky, but can be really fun to play. You'll want to upgrade her weapon with the attack refinement, give her Reposition or Drawback for the assist slot. For the A slot you want Fury, Vantage for the B slot, and any buff or debuff for the C slot. If your Shanna is plus resistance, you can run Ploy skills with the extra resistance from Fury. For the C slot you'll want Quick Reboast. And the important part of this build is the special. You'll want one of the area damage specials. Any of the growing skills is okay. Growing Flames is the one I like the most. They all do the same, but the areas have different shapes. This build only works against melee heroes. The idea is to take one hit first, allowing Shanna to charge her special and have Vantage active. Then on your turn you kill the enemy that hit you, and trigger Shanna's special, dealing damage to other enemy heroes. Finally, if they are low on health, they'll die if they try to attack you, as you'll hit them first with Vantage. You can pair Shanna with a ranged ally with Vantage, so between them you can cover both ranged and melee enemies. Healers with Pain or any ally with Savage Blow on the C slot will also be good supports for Shanna with this build. These won't work great against enemies with high defense either, so having an ally that deals light damage is a good idea. If you want to see a different, more invested build for Shanna, you can find my own Shanna's build here. Anna has the legendary axe Noatun. It grants the Escape Route effect. Her special is Astra, her B skill is Vantage, and her C skill is Spell Resistance. She has great speed, okay resistance and attack, and bad defense. She has similar stats to Lloyd and Shanna, so you can try running those builds too. Shanna's build is pretty reliant on Slaying Lance cooldown reduction effect though, so it won't be great on Anna. It can still work if you give her the new Flashing Blade seal, but you'll need to make sure she has enough speed. I think Lloyd's build is the best one for Anna in her current state. Her stats won't be as high as Lloyd with his legendary weapon, but she gets extra mobility with her weapon. So yeah, that was it for the video. Thank you for watching, and please consider subscribing if you liked it. Here you can check out my schedule for the week, and here you can find some of my other videos, or you can go to my main YouTube page where I have everything organized. I really hope you enjoyed, and see you next time!